Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the supports and resistances portion of the course. Now, this is a very basic concept. This is like the basics of the stock market, basically. And you really need to know this if you're gonna do anything with the stock market. Now, supports and resistances are basically exactly what they sound like. They're basically points where the stock will bounce off of, which would be considered a support, and a resistance is where it would go up, hit the resistance, and then come back down. And every single resistance turns into a support, and every support turns into a resistance. And so, for example, just to show you guys real quick, right here, this is a support slash resistance level. Now, why is that? As you can see over here, this is a level where there seems to be, a lot of, it supports the stock. It supports the price action very well. See, comes down this area right here, comes back up, comes back up again, bounces again, and you see it bounces quite a bit off of it, and then over here, it turns into resistance. See right here, all the times that the stock was hit, that this price action was hit quite a bit. This is actually the $60 mark, which is a pretty big support and resistance. Usually, every whole dollar tends to be, a decently strong, resistance slash support spot. So, see, it just comes up, hits it, comes back down. It breaks through, and then it comes back down. So this is very basic concept. I'll get more into how to use it effectively later, but I think you guys can already understand why this will be important, because you would want to buy near the support and then sell at the resistance. That's pretty self-explanatory. Um, so I'll teach you guys some strategies of how to really do it effectively, incorporating a bunch of different indicators and uh, different things that you can pay attention to, so then you can get into good entry points and go ahead and sell for a profit. Now, real quick, I'll just go over a real quick strategy that you can do. So right here, for example, this pretty straightforward. See, the stock came out, blah, blah, blah. It bounces in this point. Now, for 3 days, it was hitting this point and it was bouncing off. So we can say, okay, this seems like could be a pretty decent support level. So probably on the third day of this action happening, if it bounces off twice, you can say, okay, this seems pretty strong. Now I'm just gonna buy in at this morning, or even at the end of this day, just because it's a support, just because it's a support. But the thing is, you have to be prepared for it to be either go down a lot or go up a lot. So you buying here, I would probably suggest a very small position, because it could easily this ETF, this JDST, which has to do with gold. It's a three-time leveraged stock. It could easily go down 5% or up 5% after hours. So usually you want to get into bigger sizes if you can confirm that it's uptrending, you know, and we'll get into that later also. But probably a small position here, and then just say, okay, if it goes under this $48 level, put enough money where this loss won't affect you, a 3% loss. So if you put a grand, that's like $30. So that will be like a $30 loss. But you know that up here at $60, that's a resistance. So you could buy here and then sell up here, which that's a 20% movement right there. So 20% of $100 of $1,000, that would be $200. So this is basically what you want to do with support and resistances, and we'll get more into different strategies later. But for now, just open up a chart, any chart, like literally any chart, and then you can see these. Yeah, I got alerts on this one. You can see where these supports and resistances would be. So go ahead, open any chart, you know, go ahead, just start drawing stuff. It's like, okay, cool. This looks like. So just keep on drawing it. So then it becomes second nature where these levels are. You see, looks like a resistance. It bounced off a bunch of times. Bounced off a bunch of times. Let's see here. Let's see if there's any. Go down here. Let's say up here. There we go. So just have a blast, have fun, draw on a bunch of just draw on a bunch of different charts until it just becomes normal. Be like, okay. But yeah, have a blast, have fun, draw a bunch of supports and resistances, and then when you think you've got the hang of it, go ahead and continue to the next portion of this course.